Hey everyone, it's me, GaryEdstrom, and yeah, I know it's been a while, but I'm back with some very concerning news that I have been wanting to cover for over a week now. And yeah, in this video there might be a couple noises in the background. I don't know if you can really hear it, but just ignore that. So yeah, let's get started with the more important one. The price hike. Now, as you all know, inflation is a huge deal, and it's affecting practically everything. Like, just prices are going up. Of course, gas prices have gone down a little as of today. Who knows, they might go back up again. But Lego has taken this into account and are gonna raise the prices of their sets somewhere around, I don't know, either August or September, but very soon. So yeah, it's very concerning. And they're doing this by percentages, and it's not every set, but it is a good deal of sets. Like, for example, the UCS Millennium Falcon. Thankfully, that one will not be raised in price. I mean, I had no intention of ever getting that set. But to those who were wanting to get it, don't worry. There's still hope that you can buy it because it's not going up in price. However, there are sets like the AT-AT, the UCS version, which was originally $800, but will be going up in price. So yeah, it will be $850, which is just... it just feels like a scam to me. Like, it's just not right. But most of the sets only seem to be going up in price by $5, which isn't too bad. However, if you add up all those sets, you're going to be spending a lot more than you would be spending in, say, early 2022. And it's just, it's really rough. So yeah, this news is very concerning. And it affects anyone who is thinking of buying Lego, whether it be me or you or just some other random Lego fan out there. Of course, like I said, this won't be happening with every Lego set, but it will be happening with a good deal of them. So yeah, just keep that in mind because it'll be happening very soon. The next thing I'm going to cover, I have been very anxious to cover because, well, as you know, custom sellers have been very popular. However, Lego had some thoughts on this issue, and what they said was, well, sort of unfortunate. I got little bits here. It's not all of it, obviously, but yeah. They seem to be mainly concerned about logos. Now, as you are aware, some custom sellers, such as Clone Army Customs, put logos on their figures. Now, with Clone Army Customs, it's inside the helmet. Of course, I'll get to a little bit more on that, but there are quite a bit of sellers out there, custom sellers, that put their logos on figures. And Lego has gotten very concerned about this, and I believe this news came out June 28th. But yeah, so according to Lego, left unchallenged, such use by third-party entities could put our rights, Lego's rights obviously, in the minifigure at risk and result in the loss of Lego's company's exclusive rights. This is something that we cannot risk. So, yeah, I don't think really anyone saw this coming. I mean, it was kind of a bit of a question of how the custom community was even surviving in the first place. Like, they've been around for quite some time, and, well, it was a bit of a wonder why Lego didn't do anything. And I'm honestly surprised, like, if this wasn't a problem, like, why didn't they take action like in 2021 when this was probably an equally big issue, at least for them? I don't feel like it was really an issue for anyone else but them. But yeah, if they had dealt with this earlier, that just would have seemed more reasonable. But now it just feels like a really bad time because, well, so many people have grown to rely on the custom community, and what LEGO is doing is, well, sort of crippling the LEGO community. And yeah, it's not cool. But yeah, and so LEGO's say in this matter continues as follows. Therefore, we must ask the community not to print logos, organization names, and trademarks of third parties on LEGO minifigures, and not to use, order, distribute, or sell minifigures in such customized versions. Now, this last part, it's hard to say what it exactly means. Some might take it as, oh, LEGO is just banning custom minifigures in general so that they can stay on top no matter what. Or you could say, well, they're just banning the minifigures with logos. And I think they're just banning the minifigures with logos. It is sort of hard to say. But, yeah. And if you were thinking of buying a CIC figure, well, that may or may not be possible. However, I do have my thoughts on this. Now, take into account the CIC figure, the helmet is completely custom molded. It is a custom part, and that really seems to be the only part that you can find a CSC logo. But yeah, that's pretty much the only spot where you can find a custom logo. And the thing is, like I said, the helmet is a complete custom mold of its own. Like, people after getting the figure are going to look inside the helmet and be like, oh, there's the custom logo, well, clearly this isn't LEGO. Of course, LEGO would argue, oh, it's on the figure, it's still in violation. But the thing is, it's not technically LEGO's part. So, it wouldn't exactly be interfering with anything much, I don't think. Like, I think it would still pass or whatever. Like, sure, there's a logo, but it's inside the helmet. It's not very noticeable. So, yeah, if it were on the minifigure body or legs, however, that would be a very clear red flag. That would be a pretty big violation, and that would kind of give you a, oh, I shouldn't buy this minifigure type feel. But I kind of think that, well, Konami Customs minifigures might still be fine. Maybe. It really depends. If the logo is just on the parts that are custom, then I don't see what the big issue is there. Like, if it were on the head or the torso or the legs, that would be a clear violation. Of course, Konami Customs does put it in the helmets, which is pretty smart since the logo is not exactly the first thing you'll see when you look on the figure. Of course, CAC did have one figure that had logos on it, on the body and whatnot, but that figure is long out of stock, so no big deal. But yeah, I think CAC figures are still fine. I can't entirely say if they're fine or not, but yeah, that's just my thoughts. Yeah, both of these updates, or, well, changes, are very concerning, and yeah, are something that everyone has to take into account. Of course, I guess not everyone buys custom minifigures, but yeah, I guess that makes the price hike a little more important. But yeah, this is something that people that like custom minifigures and people that like LEGO will have to take into account because they're very important. So yeah, I'll see you guys in another video. Not sure when that's gonna be, but yeah, it might be a while from now. But yeah. Bye.